Today we're going to talk about what happens when you break up with a selfish person. The ego might feel bad about what they did, but it's not clear. This is one of the many mental problems and unknowns on this trip. The subject is interesting to people who have been in relationships like this because it makes them remember how hard it was when their hopes and trust were dashed. There's nothing wrong with wanting to know how the psychopath can feel sad. We will talk about specifics of narcissistic behavior, like whether or not narcissistic people feel bad after a breakup or don't care about what they did. We are going to try to put ourselves in their shoes and understand why they don't seem interested. This will help us figure out what is really going on behind their actions. Now, let's see how you feel. It was clear that you loved and liked this person very much. Many people might say it was all in your head, but the way you felt was real. You miss them and want them back when you're used to having them around. It hurts to be without them. It can be hard to understand why someone you care about would die without giving you a reason. You think they've left even though they said they loved you and would never leave. You don't understand why they do and say things that seem to go against what they say. When something is hard, shouldn't our minds often choose the easy way to do it? They'd rather say I love you than face the painful truth that their actions don't fit how they say they feel. Life that isn't stable can make you feel like you can't stop the feelings that are coming at you. You might be wondering if they're even thinking about me. Since you care about them so much, it's only fair that they care about you back. Narcissists, on the other hand, don't care at all, if that's even the right word. They'll be worried about three things if you leave. Their group's first goal is to keep their picture safe. They care more about how other people see them than how you'll feel while you're on leave. When my partner broke up with me, the first thing that went through my mind was how will other people see me? I quickly made up a story that made me look like the bad guy to keep up the image of being a good partner. How will this affect my reputation? This is what I told myself when I was scared. They might even fight to get you to leave first just to look good. They will not care about how you feel as long as you are out of the picture. They will focus on saving themselves instead. They might do different things to get you to come back, even if it means putting their reputation ahead of your safety and health. Narcs often use the hoovering trick, which will be broken down in this article. Narcissists use this trick for a number of dishonest reasons. It's important to remember that they want to look good by getting you back. The things they will say will look like this: I try to understand. Shouldn't that show I'm a good person? They made up a lie to say that this lets them keep giving the idea that they are the perfect partner. Another thing they do is something called character assassination, which means they spread lies about you to make themselves look better. Making you look like the bad guy and giving you the credit for everything makes them look better. They could say you cheated on them or were violent in very bad situations to make them look like the hero and hurt your reputation. A narcissist cares most about how other people see them after a relationship is over. They'll do anything to keep their good name, even if it makes other people unhappy. If you know it's all about them, you'll understand how they act after a breakup. After you leave, the narcissist will care a lot about how people see them. Then they pay attention to the money side of things. The last and most important thing is that it's about power. A lot of the time, narcissists need to be in charge. If they lose it, they can't stand it. It makes them feel bad that you are going because they are used to being in charge. Being in charge makes them feel good about themselves, so their biggest fear is that they will lose control over you. How do I get back in control? Is something they often think. People who have lost power will want to get it back by getting back together with you after a breakup. They will try to hoover you back into their group of friends after the breakup so they can keep their hold on you. To keep that power, they'll do anything, even lie, to make you look like the one who broke up with them. They want to keep using all of these strategies even after the relationship is over to stay in charge. You need to know how narcissists see themselves, how much money they have, and how much they need to be in charge in order to deal with them well. They will do anything to protect these parts of narcissism. When trying to leave a narcissistic relationship, it's helpful to know that they are deeply afraid of losing control, they need to be financially stable, and they are focused on keeping up a perfect image. These things are also very important in divorce and child sharing cases, which shows how they act after the relationship is over. Another basic fact about narcissists is that they only care about themselves, especially after a breakup. They are bad parents most of the time because they don't do what they need to or make other people do it. You can forget about even your pets. What's most important to them is that they don't care about how you feel or how the relationship goes. If you start to doubt yourself, remember this. You might be thinking, but didn't they say that I cared? Did they say they'd fix things? Those were just words because they didn't do anything. How someone treats you and other people over time is the best way to figure out what kind of person they are. The most important things to them are keeping their image, their money, and being in charge, even after you leave the scene. Making sure you don't lose touch with the truth is very important. It's normal to be upset, have a lot of different emotions, and not know what to do during this process. Several people have been through the same issues and are better now because of them. Don't be afraid to get help or talk to people who understand what you're going through. It can be hard to end a relationship with a narcissist because they care so much about how they look, money, and power. You can move on with your life though, if you understand their goals and why they did what they did. You will get through this with time and help. You're not the only one going through this. It might be like being stuck in a knot when you're getting to know a narcissist after a breakup. You don't know what to do. But you can get through it if you know what to do and have help. Leave a comment below if you like this topic and want to share your ideas or experiences. Also, tell other people who might find it useful. Follow this channel and set up alerts if you want to see more posts like this. Thanks for helping. We want to keep giving out useful information because of it. Welcome back, everyone. Today, we delve into a compelling and significant topic: the exploitation of others by narcissists for their sexual gratification. Narcissists relentlessly seek admiration in all facets of their lives, including their sexual conquests. However, delving deeper into intimacy with a narcissist may reveal unforeseen complexities, potentially resulting in profound emotional wounds. This presentation sheds light on crucial warning signs to heed when engaging sexually with a narcissist. Recognizing these behaviors could unveil their manipulation tactics, highlighting their use of others merely as pawns in their self-serving schemes. But fret not, you are not alone in navigating this intricate predicament. Stick with us until the end, where invaluable guidance awaits to empower you to break free from this toxic cycle. Don't overlook the description for details on accessing my complimentary course, Narcissism 101. Identifying red flags, liberating yourself, and reclaiming your identity. Let's embark on this journey together. 1. Meetings that are strictly casual. When it comes to narcissists, relationships are just a way to satisfy their sex needs, with no mental connection or commitment. They see other people as things and only want to connect with them physically, without any deeper meaning. They may act like they want to connect with you or be intimate, but really, you're just a way for them to satisfy their sexual needs. Narcissists don't care about making real ties or putting effort into emotional bonds. Their only goal is to get what they want right now. For them, you're just a replacement that they can throw away when their needs are met. Their main goal is to get what they want, and they don't care much about their partner's feelings or well-being. Being with a narcissist is not likely to lead to a real relationship or genuine connection. Instead, it will make you feel used and unimportant. 2. Narcissists are naturally cheaters. Narcissists don't care much about loyalty when they're looking for pleasure. They think that serious relationships get in the way of their endless sexual desires, so they easily cheat on their partners without feeling the least bit guilty. No matter how much mental damage they cause, they will never stop trying to get sexual satisfaction. For them, cheating isn't a moral problem. It's just another way to get what they want. They take advantage of their partner's trust and loyalty by cheating on them to get what they want. When caught, They try to avoid taking responsibility and won't admit that they were involved in the lie. Narcissists don't care about relationships. Loyalty is just something they can get around. Their partners are like toys to them, and they throw them away as soon as their wants are met. When you're with a narcissist, you always worry that they will lie or betray you because they put their own needs ahead of everything else. 3. Egocentrism. Narcissists affect more than just the bedroom. Narcissists are driven by their own wants and needs, inside and outside of bed. They don't care about their partner's wants or feelings because they think they are irresistible and deserve praise all the time. Sex is just a way for them to feel good, with no real emotional link or closeness. Narcissists put their own pleasure above all else in bed, not caring about how happy their partners are. They don't understand how important it is to respect and reciprocate in sexual interactions because they don't have empathy. Instead, they see sex as just another way to show who is boss and satisfy their own needs. When they're not in bed, narcissists always put their own wants ahead of others, which often hurts them. They take advantage of people for their own benefit and don't care about the consequences. Narcissists are deeply self-centered, and it shows in every part of their lives, whether they are in a close relationship or just talking to random people. 4. Cloak and dagger magic. The narcissist's spell. People who are narcissists are naturally charming and can't help but be drawn to their targets. In the beginning of a relationship, they give off an attractive vibe that draws people to them. It's important to know, though, that this charm is just a front, a manipulation tool the narcissist uses to keep control. Behind their charming exterior lies a well-thought-out plan motivated by personal gain. They show their targets a lot of love and attention, making it look like they are really connected and close. But be careful, this charm doesn't last long and isn't very deep. Narcissists see relationships as ways to get what they want, so they use them as a means to an end. As soon as they reach their goals, they quickly kill their target and move on to the next one. Therefore, even though the narcissist's charm may be alluring, it's important to see through the facade and figure out what they really want. 5. The dependence game of the puppeteer. Narcissists are very good at making their partners dependent on them, which slowly takes away their independence and confidence. They trick their victims into thinking they're necessary and make them deeply afraid of life without them. By encouraging this dependence, narcissists keep control and make sure that their victims will always obey and love them. They take advantage of the fact that their dependents are weak and use it to make themselves feel stronger and more powerful. People who are dependent give up their own wants to make their captor happy, which makes them easy prey. This feeds the narcissist's never-ending need for praise, which makes their hold stronger. The dependence game is a way for them to stay in charge by keeping their prey in a loop of being manipulated and obeyed. 6. Narcissists use people as furniture in their game. Narcissists see you as nothing more than a toy that they can throw away once they've used you up. They show you a lot of love one minute and then ignore you the next. Your only worth comes from giving them what they want. After using your sexuality for their own gain, they throw you away without any thought for how it will affect you emotionally. You feel like you were used and thrown away, while they move on without looking back. They see you as nothing more than a piece in their game of comfort. You are not their goal. They only see you as a way to get what they want, which is pleasure. They'll take advantage of your weakness and get rid of you when you're no longer useful to them. Narcissists will make you false claims, but don't believe them. They don't need you. 7. Showing off the paradox, flaws and charms. Narcissists love showing off a strange mix of their strengths and weaknesses because they think these are traits that people can't help but want. They bombard you with pictures of themselves showing off their physical strengths or weaknesses in order to get your attention and respect. They give off an air of invincibility, especially when it comes to closeness, showing off their masculine or feminine charm to draw you into their seductive web. They are so sure of themselves that they think you will give in to their charms just because they look good. In order to get you to hug them, they show off their features. But don't fall for their shallow charm. If you don't live up to their standards, they'll quickly switch to showing off their stuff or trying to get other people to react to you. No matter how hard it is on you emotionally, they'll do anything to get your attention. 8. The crown of being earnest. People who are narcissists think they are kings and should be able to do whatever they want. This sense of privilege permeates every part of their lives, even how they feel about close relationships. They think they have the right to be sexual with other people without caring about their limits or getting permission. Because they are cocky and think they are better than others, they expect others to meet their needs and wants without question. They put their own happiness above all else and expect their partners to be devoted and follow their rules at all times. They think they have the right to sexual relationships too, where they can do sexual acts whenever and with whoever they want, even if the other person doesn't agree or reciprocate. Nasty people are fixated on getting what they want sexually, and they expect others to put their needs ahead of everything else. 9. Ways to use force. Narcissists are very good at getting what they want, even if it's sexual, by threatening to hurt or kill someone. When they face problems or resistance, they get angry first, and if that doesn't work, they use force or threats. They believe that other people should always do what they want, even if other people don't agree or set boundaries. To get what they want, narcissists are willing to lie, threaten, or blackmail, especially when it comes to getting pleasure. People who are narcissists often use threats to get their partners to do what they want by making them scared. They may say they will abuse you or share private photos or information online if you don't do what they want. People who are forced to do these things feel helpless and have no choice but to give up to keep from getting hurt more. 10. Narcissistic and strong will. Never give up. Narcissists will do anything to get what they want, even if it means beating someone up. To get sex, they will do anything to trick, control, or even hurt the people they want to sex with. They'll do anything to get you to agree with them because they hate being turned down. They don't care that you said no. They think they can get what they want even if you do. Narcissists don't care about your rights or well-being and will hurt you to get what they want sexually. People who are abused by them feel helpless and violated because they don't respect boundaries or permission. Take the steps you need to protect yourself when you're around narcissists because they are likely to use force. To sum up, sexual narcissists only care about their own happiness and won't care about yours. They will use and abuse you until they're satisfied. Realizing the risk and staying away from these toxic people is very important. If you feel like you are being mistreated, know that it is okay to leave. You should never let a narcissist rule or trick you. Be strong and say what you want. You deserve respect and care, not to be used by someone who only cares about themselves. Don't forget to show your support by sharing, liking, and subscribing to this movie. This will help others who are going through the same things. More help and advice can be found in the description below, which also includes links to free tools and information on one-on-one consultations. Take care of yourself and safety should come first. Today we're going to talk about what happens when you break up with a selfish person. The ego might feel bad about what they did, but it's not clear. This is one of the many mental problems and unknowns on this trip. The subject is interesting to people who have been in relationships like this because it makes them remember